we should be live. Just gonna message the Discord. All right. And it looks good. Everything looks good. All right. So in today's stream, I will be focusing on more React, specifically learning about state, maybe after this lesson, we will get to building our first React project officially, which will be really exciting. So I don't know why this isn't loading well. Okay. All right. Anyway, so let's get started on this lesson. Oh yeah, I need to bring up my notes too, of course. We should treat state as if it were immutable. Should treat state as if it were immutable. Changing state should always be done through the set state function. Makes sense. This is Calling set state re-renders the entire, yeah. Calling re-renders the entire component. The set state call triggers the component re-render and the person state is updated to the new value. But that isn't done until after this routine is over. Can you guess why the React will throw an error here? Warning about too many re-renders. Probably because every time the component re-renders, this is run, and then it triggers another refresh and then another refresh, right? Because if we're doing if we're setting the state to something different every time the component is re-rendered, then obviously it'll just go on forever and it'll continuously re-render. So that makes sense. Replace the current renders person with an increase in age by 1, then replace the current renders person with an increase. When you pass the value, interesting. When a callback is passed to the set state function, ensures the latest state is passed as an argument to the callback. This is, I think, what Jay was getting at yesterday, where having a callback function inside of the set state instead of just the value itself. So this would actually cause 2 re-renders, right? Or maybe not. So it'd be like this. Yeah, ensures the latest state is passed in as an argument. Controlled components. Native HTML elements that maintain their own internal states. Yo, my chat just lagged to hell. Sorry, I just saw the chat. I don't know why it didn't update. I apologize. I'm doing well though. It's React.js time, yes indeed. What am I trying to build here? Every single render causes a state update, which causes another render, which causes another state update. Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought, TDG. Yeah, I apologize. I didn't see chat update. I was so confused. I was like, where the heck is everybody? That's so weird. I promise I wasn't ignoring anyone. I just, that's weird. I don't know. That's not happened. Let me see. Was it, oh, it was appearing on my, on the preview here. I don't know. Yeah, locked in. Exactly. Yeah, so I'm just looking at the playback. Yeah, so it's appearing on the, I have a chat box overlay on stream now, so that's cool. But anyway, all right. Yeah, no, I'm doing pretty well. But yes, that makes sense. I'm still not 100% clear on this callback stuff. Like, I don't know, like maybe this actually, using the callback function here, will actually update the person age twice on one re-render. Instead of here where the age only updates once. Something like this, right? But anyway, okay. So let's hope the chat stays consistent. Cause yeah, I know it was like nothing, and then just like populated with a bunch of messages. Let's see. Wonder if I can like refresh this. There we go. But it's nice to see you back, TDG. Let me see, where was I? Yes, some native HTML elements are in control of their own state. Input. Controlled components. Use state instead of their own native state management to manage state. That's kind of confusing. E.g. using use state hook to manage the value of an input element. Yes, I am on the grind, TDG. Don't worry. I stream 5 nights a week, roughly. Well, 4 nights during the work week, and then I usually stream in the afternoon on one of the weekend days. So this week it's I've been streaming Monday to Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday evenings, and then Saturday I'll be live in the afternoon. Usually the weekend streams are a little longer as well. So yeah, no, it's good. I'm not giving up. I will continue to be on the grind for the indefinite future. So plus, like, having the YouTube channel is really motivating too. Like, I don't know if I honestly would have made it this far if my community didn't grow to where it is today. And I appreciate each and every one of you that's subscribed and follows along. Like, it honestly means more than you know. Even if it doesn't make any money, like, I don't care. It's not about the money, it's about the passion. So I mean, I won't lie, seeing the number go up is kind of fun, but it's more about the community and the positivity that we all kind of share in this space, especially with all the doom and gloom about like AI and all this BS, And it's not to say AI is bullshit necessarily. It's just very negative right now, right? So refreshing to hear this, yeah. Because I already have a source of income, TGG. Like, I'm not worried about the money, right? And the thing is like, I don't know, like, the tech space right now is very doom and gloom, especially with AI. Like, you see many creators talking about, like, there was this recent thing about Claude Mythos or whatever it was that came out, and like supposedly is just like hacking, like finding like 0-day vulnerabilities that have existed for 30 years. It's like, fuck, like, I'm not, and maybe it's like willful ignorance, but it's just it's polluting, like it's not productive if all you want to do is just enjoy tech for what it is, right? Oh yeah, don't worry about YouTube, TDG. It's being glitchy. AI is annoying right now. Exactly. It's exhausting. It's like, sure, it's important. You should pay attention to it, but also, like, you shouldn't let it get in the way of your professional development and happiness. It's not fucking worth it. Don't let a fucking mathematical model get in the way of you living your life the way you want to live it, right? Like, if you want to learn how to code manually, fucking do it. Who cares, Yeah, exactly, exactly. It's honestly a marketing thing, I think. You know what, here's my cynical view, TDG. I think that um they're seeing the bubble getting like starting to shrink, and they're trying to drum up hype just to continue the investment cycle. I think that's what it is, right? I think they're just trying to milk the cow as long as it can be milked, right? I think that's exactly what's going on. Um, and like, I don't know if you remember this, but I remember when before Gemini even was released, Google Bard, there was a Google employee that quit because he thought that Bard was conscious, and that was in like 2021 or something. Exactly, TDG. Yeah, exactly. There's this YouTube creator I watch named Mo Bitar. I don't know if you've seen him, but he's like come up on my page. He's a new, but he's exploded because he basically makes he's like a senior developer, and he makes like AI rationalizations, I guess, like trying to bring everyone back down to earth. And I find his videos like fantastic. But I was watching his one this morning on Mythos, and I was like, Jesus, like, the hell is going on, Anyway, I digress, but it's it is what it is, right? Again, will AI be important? Absolutely. I think it will be something that I'll eventually learn 100%, but it shouldn't take the engineer out of the person, right? Like, we still have to be engineers. We still have to be builders ourselves, right? The AI isn't going to replace that human drive, at least not anytime soon. So anyway, let's see. Read the following articles for the React documentation. Let's see. Did I miss anything here? Yeah, so this would be like using the custom input here. So instead of using we just make our own state and then assign it here. Oh yeah, yeah, the Primogen, Primogen. Yeah, I've seen him too. I've seen him too. I haven't watched much of his stuff to be honest with you, but no, Mobitar is great. Um, I feel like yeah, I feel like he's another like good like I feel like the guys that have the best takes right now are like the seniors that have been around for like 20 years or whatever it's been, right? Like I've only been around for like 3, right? Like not even in the tech space. I've only been in the web dev space for 3 months, right? So like what the fuck's going on? Like I only joined this game in January 2026, right? Like how crazy is that? But I've been observing the tech world since 2023. Since around like since the beginning of the LLM era. Um so yeah, it's like it's insane. Um anyway. It's good that there are realist senior devs out there because I feel like most juniors are very doomer about this whole thing, and they're just kind of trying to prompt their way to success, and it's not going to happen. Um, okay, I'm going to put these in order. So state as a snapshot. Let's just scroll. I usually like to do a cursory view of the article. Okay, so this the other thing too is this like React official documentation is like probably some of the best library docs I've ever used as far as like teaching you how to use stuff. I don't know. Like cuz I've never done React before. I'd never even looked at it until this week. And it's like honestly been really great. So um and this is all human written, of course. At least I would assume. State variables might look like regular JavaScript variables that you can read. Okay, let's see. Let's do like some subheadings here. State as a snapshot. And then I'll do a source. This is the other thing I can do with... actually, I'll do this as the heading. State as a snapshot. Shot. And then I can just copy the link and then make it a hyperlink, just like this. Super easy. And then I can write my notes for this this article here. Even written by the devs themselves. Yeah, exactly. You hope. I don't mind if people use AI to like improve like clarity of sentences, like or use it to like proofread stuff for like grammar and whatever, but like give it shit you've already written and get it to just fix some grammar mistakes. That's fine. That you're just using it as a tool, right? But still, like the ideas that are on the page should still be human, right? Anyway, like AI shouldn't, because AI doesn't make ideas; it makes language, and there's a big difference. And because of the fact that we are meaning making creatures, we think the AI has ideas, but it doesn't have ideas. It's just a pattern matcher, really, at the end of the day. That's kind of what that like Moby Dar guy is talking about. It's like it's just AI is just pattern matching, right? And predicting. Okay, so let's see. You might think your user interface is changing directly in response to user, but means the interface, yeah, requesting to change state through set state always triggers a re-render. Yeah, AI isn't smart inherently like we are, just as a program that can collect, consolidate, and parse information. Yeah, exactly. And there might be like some emergence of intelligence or like seeming emergence, but it's like all human bias, right? It's just our bias. Yeah, exactly. TDG, exactly. It's autocomplete that's been fed, the corpus of knowledge on the internet as a reference, right? Mind you, that data was probably taken dubiously illegally, right? Like for the training. So, I think actually where AI is more malicious is not necessarily in people using it for coding and stuff like that, but I think it's really bad for image generation and like because the images are harder to tell. Like, I mean, I know you could say, okay, well, could you tell whether there's text that was written by AI? That's kind of difficult, especially now. But I think using AI for like image generation to like trick boomers into like thinking like shit's happening when it isn't is insane. Like my grandparents, for example, you know, they have access to Facebook, which I don't think they should, but you know, that's just my opinion. But they see shit like on a daily basis. Like people over the age of 60 are fucked. They see things on a daily basis that are inherently like bullshit, but they believe it because they don't know. Like they never like their entire adult lives essentially they've lived in a world where every image that you saw was had to have been real, right? Yeah. And it's like my grandma will send me stuff like on Instagram and I'm like, this is crazy. Like how do you like it's AI, but like if you were old, I guess you wouldn't know, right? Like I don't know. It's insane. And the thing that's even more malicious is like when it's AI generated photos of things that supposedly happened in like the 50s and 60s, right? It's like, oh, look at these pictures of Woodstock. No, it's like no, that is AI, but it's mimicking the style of like pictures from 60 years ago. It's crazy. Like I'm not saying it's like unbelievable tech or anything. It's just it's fucked how it screws people over. Anyway, that's my little rant about that I think is where the damage of AI really is. I think it's engagement bait for boomers is like it's brutal. Like talk about like post truth. Like it's just anyway. Because yeah, like AI for coding is one thing, but I feel like especially in tech we get too myopic on like the use of LLMs like Claude Code and OpenClaw and like you know the Mythos thing and all these things related to tech. But it's like AI is infected itself in so many other areas. Um, or even like I saw a Reddit post where it was like somebody's local newspaper um, advertising like a farmer's market, and imprinted in the newspaper, it was like an AI generated photo for a farmer's market. Like, fuck it. Anyway. Yo, Caro, how's it going? Yo, what's up, Deep Nam? I hope you're doing well. I apologize. I was just going on a rant about more AI. You're tired? Then take a break. Mythos is overrated right now. Yeah, I agree, Deep Nam. That's basically what I was talking about. I just I was having a conversation with TDG about how it's kind of been used to drum up more hype to, you know, temporarily increase investing so that the bubble doesn't explode. I don't even think the bubble at this point is going to pop. I think it's just going to slowly shrink. Like it's going to slowly deflate. But I don't think there's going to be any like there's not going to be like some sort of what was that called? Like when the 1929 stock market crash happened? Like there's not going to be a day where we wake up and the AI bubbles popped. Like I think it's going to be like a slow shrinkage. Um and it's going to regress to the mean, right? Like AI again, it's not going away, but it's going to regress to the mean, right? Because right now, they're just all these bros, like these tech bros on X, are just like pumping it in just drumming up as much hype as they possibly can to continue the you know rat race of hype. I guess that's the best way I can put it. I don't know. Again, I'm not like totally embedded in that world. I just kind of am observing from afar. Um, exactly, Deep Numb. Exactly. Honestly, the entire AI industry is flowing on hype. I think. Um, okay, rendering in React takes a snapshot in time. It calls the component as a function and then the JSX returns a snapshot of that UI in moment in time. However, the returned UI from the snapshot is interactive, including control logic and styles. Yeah, if you were to map the marketed expectations of AI with reality on a graph, its discrepancy would be so huge. Yeah, exactly. Like, we were supposed, like, if you asked somebody in 2023, like, we were supposed to have AGI by 2025, right? And we're already in Q2 of 2026, and where's the AGI? Also, AGI, I know AGI is like a bullshit term anyway. But, you know, like, I thought, you know, everyone thought LLMs by now would surely be completely agentic, right? But no, they're not. They still need to be orchestrated by, you know, the tech bro puppeteers. Yeah, exactly, TDG. And I work in IT. I think you know that. But in my job, which is a government job in tech in Canada, I could tell you we are fucking light years away from AI taking our jobs. Light years. Like, it's not even close. Like, just organizationally and bureaucratically, it's not even close. Because you can't. Like, there are these systems that have been in place for decades that you can't just upend, right? Especially in the public sector. Like, that shit moves at a snail's pace. Like, there's no way. Sora's already closed by OpenAI because the return in just 5 months was dead. Yeah, exactly, Deepnum. Exactly. Like, we have a hard enough time getting people onto Windows 11, for fuck's sake. And, like, Windows 11 came out, like, 5 years ago, I think. And, like, there are still a handful of people at our organization that use Windows 10. And, like, we cannot get, like, getting everybody to be on the same page with whatever Windows releases is already a nightmare, let alone integrating AI. Right? Like, anyway, it's like, not even close. Plus, like, there are, like, domain controllers in other service, like we've migrated a lot of our stuff to the cloud, but there's a lot of, like, we still have on-prem stuff that's existed since, like, 2008. Yeah, I agree, TDG, but it's very difficult. No, exactly, Deepnum, exactly. But no, we still have, like, databases from, like, 2012, 2008. And we don't touch it because we don't want it to break, because it's, like, just worked, right? It's now Microsoft. Exactly. Yeah, that's true, TDG. We're working on upgrading everybody, but the problem is the nature of the agency that I work at. We have a lot of workers in very remote locations, and sometimes their tech can't be, like, isn't Windows 11 compatible. Because their machines are really old. So we'd have to ship out new machines and then onboard them properly. And, like, we use, like, Windows Autopilot and stuff like that, but it's still, like, it's difficult to get to everybody. Like, I think we're at, like, 90 something percent compliance now with Windows 11, but we're not at 100%. Like, there's still a handful out there. So anyway, let's see. I think we went through this sequence before. Yeah, triggering a render. That calls the function. The function returns a new JSX snapshot, and then React updates the screen. Well, that is not what I wanted to do. As a component's memory... Yeah, state lives in the component and does not disappear after the function returns. When on re-render, React returns the component using the latest state to render the newest snapshot of the UI. Yeah, I think that's good. I think you've hammered that point down. Your old job had Windows XP running in the store servers up until 2020. They got, oh, I see. Yeah, so that's a very familiar story, TDG. It's the same with us. Like there's myself and then the tier 3 systems architect. Like we tell the upper management this needs to be done, right? And it's like they're not gonna, because they don't understand like shit. They're like, if it works, why change it, right? That's just bureaucracy 101. And if we do need to change it, then it needs to go through 17 different approval phases. I mean, the integration of Copilot was so forced just because they want people to use AI. Exactly. And the other thing too is we were having Copilot embed itself in things like Outlook and Teams, stuff like that, and it would actually confuse our employees because they wouldn't know why it was there, right? And especially like a lot of our employees are older, like they don't know, like they're like, what the fuck is this, you know, like why is this in the way? It depends on the corporate structure though, TG. Like in public sector, I can say that they spend money on all the wrong shit. But okay, I'll check the Discord just a second. Okay, let's see. Here's a little experiment to show you how this works. That's why you use Arch, yeah, fair enough. I only use Mac OS just because I like out of the box things that just work. Plus the security is pretty good. You've never worked federal, public sec, only private corporate. Working for the gov must be fun. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Check out Void Linux. I've never heard of Void Linux. That's why cybersec guys are in pennies, yeah. Interesting. Yeah, because there's a lot of distros out there that I know are forks of Arch, like Endeavor. I think it's Endeavor OS is one of them, or like Manjaro. I don't know. I don't know a lot about Linux, but right. Calling a state update more than once in a function will only update the state a single time as the 3 set state updates as the successive, I should say, are all called before the first re-render occurs. So we have this. Oh, Jesus, this fucking formatting is dog shit. Okay, hold on. Let me put this over here then. Yo, what up, blueberries? Oh, Marquee, Cash OS, etc. Ricing is fun. Ricing's like when you like configure Linux, right? It's like a customization sort of thing. Let's see. Okay, so state over time. Yeah, so that'll alert before because it's before the state's actually updated. That makes sense. But what if you put a timer on the alert so it only fires after the component is re-rendered? I feel like it would maybe would it update this and then trigger the alert? Yeah, that's right. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Surprise. If you use the state stored in React may have changed by the time the alert runs, but it was scheduled using a snapshot of the state at the time the user interacted with it. I see. Okay. States variable never changes. Good evening, Jeremy. I am doing great. I hope you're doing well. You just registered for a numerical analysis next semester. I think I'm gonna hate myself, but we ball. Damn, that sounds complicated. You know, I don't know. I don't even know exactly like off rip like what numerical analysis like even means like contextually. Like I don't know if it's like a pure math thing or if it's like something related to I don't know, computer science or something. I don't know. Used to be a huge fan of Compiz Fusion 3D Desktop. Interesting. Never heard of that. Probably too young or something. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, never changes within a render. Even if the handler's code inside is async. That's good, Jeremy. I'm glad to hear. It's week's almost over. Just got Friday. Unfortunately, I have a busy day tomorrow, which is shitty, but you know, it is what it is. Let's see. Here's an example of how that makes your event handlers less prone to timing mistakes. Oh, I don't think I actually updated the working on command. I need to do that. There we go. All right. Here's an example of how that makes your event handlers less prone to time mistakes. Below is a form that sends a message with a 5-second delay. Before the 5-second delay ends, you change the value of the to field to Bob. Would it say you said hello to Alice, or it would probably say you said hello to Alice, right? So if I send it to Alice, but then I change it to Bob, it's going to say you sent hello to Alice, I'm almost certain. Yeah, exactly, because it uses the state from when you called the event listener. Or the handle submit, right? Yeah, that makes sense. React keeps the state values fixed within one render's event handlers. You don't need to worry about whether the state has changed while the code is running. But what if you wanted to read the latest state for a re-render? Then you state updater function. Ah, okay, I see. So that's what that does. So this is the state updater right here as the callback. That makes sense. Okay, let's fork this guy. Okay, so what was the task for this exercise? Here's a crosswalk light component that toggles when the button is pressed. Add an alert to the click handler. When the light is green and it says walk, clicking the button should say stop is next. When the light is red and says stop, clicking the button should say walk is next. Does it make a difference whether you put the alert before or after the set walk call? No, it does not. So let's do that now. Alert. So if walk, so walk is just alert. Stop is next. Else alert. What's the other message? Walk is next. Right. So let's see. Oh, but it doesn't like go away. Walk is next. Stop is next. Walk is next. And if I put this up here, it would be the same deal. Right. Yep. Perfect. Cool. All right. That's that done. That's pretty easy. Whether you put the before, yeah, it makes no difference. Exactly. Cool. Nice. Choosing the state structure. Okay, I don't know why this always opens by default on the other page. There we go. Oh, sounds good, TDG. I'm honestly amazed how you're learning like old school with reading. I just switched to learning the Odin Project as well. I've only watched 3 tutorials, or these tutorials, since 1 month, and I did nice. Felt stuck learning with the Odin Project, learning better for my mind. It's slower than straight tutorial, but I really do start with the basics. Yeah, exactly. It's really rewarding, Jeremy, because you're kind of building from the ground up, and it's really nice to kind of see your progress as you go. And nice, TG. I appreciate you joining the Discord. You hate registering for classes. It's so stressful. Yeah, I hear you. I remember having to do that. Oh, dang, Jay. That sucks. But it's nice that you dropped by. I think, honestly, with this week, next week, I'm going to keep with the exact same schedule. So I'm going to do Monday through Thursday evenings and then Saturday afternoon. So that, I mean, if you can't make it Thursday, then it is what it is. It's no big deal whatsoever. I may or may not next week shift the Thursday to Sunday, but we'll see. If you're a good dev programmer, you'll find yourself revising the basics all the time. Exactly. Yeah, reviewing, because you already like know it, right? Appreciate you. But yeah, anyway, that's the other thing, TDG, is I post, the main thing with the Discord is I post the schedule. I do a weekly schedule, for streams, so you can know when I'm going to go live. So, and then there's that. You can also like share projects you're working on and chat and stuff like that. Like, it's also for that, but you know, I only post schedule updates to the Discord, so kind of to incentivize people joining the Discord, I guess. All right, let's see. Structuring state well can make a difference between a component that is pleasant to modify and debug and one that is constant source of bugs. Okay. Yeah, no worries, TDG. I try to keep the weekly schedule pretty consistent. Again, I'd love to stream during the afternoon or even the mornings, but weekend, here's the problem. I work 9 to 5, and then weekends I like to sleep in. So usually weekends I stream in the afternoon. My time, anyway. I don't know where you're located, but if you're in the Eastern time zone, then we're in the same spot. Although I think you mentioned you were in Toronto and then you moved. But I forget where you said. Let's see. When you write a component that holds some state. Okay, yeah. So let's see. Structuring states. Oops. Ontario here, nice. Nice. Okay, yeah. So same time zone. Same time zone. Group related state. If two or more state variables are updated at the same time, always, or always updated, consider merging them into a single variable. So I would assume that would be like an object or something, right? Because if you have multiple values that you need to update, but you need to keep them in a single variable, you'd probably consolidate them into an object. Okay, avoid contradictions. Avoid, i.e. several pieces of state may disagree. I don't know exactly what, I need an example. React state contradiction. Avoid redundant, avoid contradiction. Okay, when your state is structured in a way that several pieces of state may contradict. Right. So okay. For example, if you write to call sent is sent and sent is sending together, you may end up with a situation where both is sending and is sent are true at the same time. Ah, I see. object with a sending and sent state having both be true at the same time. Okay, I'll just summarize it like that. All right, take another 5 minutes. Hopefully I get through this these lessons. I think I will, to be honest with you. I'm not too concerned. Getting through these lessons, and then yeah, so like get through this lesson as well. And then I always do the exercises at the end. And then after that, I'll do this task, and then we are on to the CV application project, which is going to be a small application where users can input their information and generate a CV. It's going to be pretty boring, but you know, it's important. I'm actually, you know what? I'm thinking of, I don't know if I'll make it here. I should probably by the end of this stream. I'm not 100% sure. But I'm wondering if I take this opportunity to learn like Tailwind or something as well, like instead of just doing the CSS manually. I don't know. I may or may not. We'll see how I feel when I get there. Because I know I want to learn it eventually. So we'll see. You wouldn't hurt? Yeah, fair, Jay. I was having a conversation with a friend earlier today, and he mentioned that, so I might just jump on it. Yeah, exactly. Like, I was waiting until I got to React to implement Tailwind, only because I wanted to kind of cap off the HTML and CSS. Like, if I go back to the dashboard, I wanted to cap off the HTML and CSS courses just using vanilla HTML and CSS, but like now that I'm into like React and like this stuff, like basically just React and Node, but this is like a really small course. I don't mind using those frameworks. I think at this point. That's true. I could do that too. I don't know. I haven't. I'll kind of make the call when I get there. I'm gonna probably next couple Pommos will be finishing up these articles, and then or finishing up this more on state section, and then probably by the end of stream I'll be setting up the CV project to start actually probably building it on Saturday afternoon, which I think will actually set up well, because usually the weekend streams are the most popular. So oh, you built your own utility classes first. I got you. So basically like generic classes that you can give to elements that do a certain thing. Like if you want a centered flexbox or something, you could give it like the class of like dot flexbox or whatever, and then it would have that pre-configured layout. I see what you're saying though. That's cool. I definitely could do that. But I would make it like project specific. I wouldn't hassle with getting like every fucking possible configuration, right? Like I would just make the classes, utility classes I needed for that project. So it's a little different than. Oh, interesting. Kevin Powell. Yeah, that's a name that I've heard too. He's like, he honestly reminds me of one of my coworkers, that guy. He's super great. Makes really good YouTube videos. He also does like, I remember like before I really knew CSS, when I was bored, I would watch his CSS challenges. I think he did those, where it's like you had to try and like recreate a pattern or some like image with CSS as closely as possible. Well, I should say HTML and CSS, technically, because you need to use like divs and stuff. But I don't know. I thought that was I thought those videos were kind of fun, especially like not knowing really how CSS worked. It was kind of fun to try and follow. So yeah, he's pretty popular on YouTube. He's probably like 1 million subs, something like that. I don't know. He's up there for sure. Avoid redundant state. Let's see. If you can calculate some information from the component's props or its existing state variables during rendering. Don't add variables to state that don't need to be there. E.g. something that can be calculated with existing props / state variables during rendering. I feel like that's obvious. Hard to keep them synced. He's like Traversy Media. Yeah, I've heard of Traversy Media too. Although that guy kind of went the AI mode. I don't know. I think he went AI pilled. I don't know. Again, nothing wrong with that. Just not my cup of tea, I guess. He just participated in March Mad CSS doing that. The Syntax channel has a bracket of YouTubers. Yeah, exactly. I've seen them. There's like, I think it's Wes Boss, right? Is that his name? There's like Wes Boss and like another dude with like a funny mustache that I see. I don't remember his name, but he's got like a mustache, fun mustache. Right, TDG. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I remember like dabbling in web development. When I say dabbling, I mean like very much dabbling, just like Googling stuff about web development when I was like 16, like which would have been almost 10 years ago. Seeing and I saw Traversy Media, but I like wasn't serious about it. I was just kind of like putting my feelers out there because I didn't know. But that was like, it looks hard, and then I should have learned then, but it is what it is. When I was 16, I genuinely did not think I was going to go into tech or anything. So, I mean, I was interested in it, but I didn't like. No, I just was like, oh, what's web development? That looks cool, But yeah. Yo, how's it going, Mattheos? What am I building right now? I'm not building anything. I am currently learning React for the first time, so I can actually I got a command for that. I'm learning React stuff. You got into coding and programming as a young lad back in the early 2000s, and I disassembled Diablo and LDA. Oh, nice. I didn't even know. How the hell do you even disassemble like a closed source thing? Yeah, Matthios, like that's kind of my channel is I'm just documenting my learning journey and also talking with chat and talking about the general tech industry and blah blah blah. We just it's kind of like what I would describe it as like a collaborative learning study room sort of thing. This is very different than if you're accustomed to seeing like there's some streamers out there that like build in public. This is a little different. It's more like a learn in public. I'm not actually working on any like specific projects that aren't related to the learning process, but so if that interests you, feel free to stick around. But I know that some people come in here thinking that I am one of those build in public bros, but it's not really my thing. Just toss the binary into IDA or Gidra. Interesting. Never heard of it. I know people did that, with like I've watched videos about like people disassembling like old Nintendo games and stuff like that. Um, like Mario 64 and like you're 26 and you developed my interest in tech and programming over the last 5 months when I was traveling. I really think of going to uni for studying CS called Informatic in Germany. I would say go for it, Jeremy. I didn't start studying computer science until I was almost 23. So it's never too late. It's never too late. I was 22, almost 23 when I started learning. It's how cheats are made. Oh, I see. Or like botting as well. Oh, sorry, Jeremy. I didn't mean to for it to delete your stuff. Nightbot automatically deletes links. I super apologize for that. Um, but I think you asked about something related to my honest thoughts, right? Um, Regarding my BSc, I would say that it's really good uh, to learn how to learn, I guess is the best way I should say it. Is like it taught me a lot of technical problem solving skills that that I wouldn't otherwise have, and also just like how programming works, just generally speaking. Like basic stuff like variables, conditional logic, loops, basic object-oriented programming, stuff like this, like in design patterns and basic stuff. Nothing super crazy. Or like also like I took a class on like syntax and compilers, which was neat. So that gave me an appreciation for like low-level stuff. Um, but no, Jeremy, if you wanna post links to stuff, generally you can join the Discord and post links there. Um, I just prevent links from the YouTube chat only because I get people in here sometimes trying to peddle crypto schemes. So generally, as a rule, no links in YouTube chat because I don't want people posting like crypto bullshit or like scams. Um, so I apologize for that, but anyway, 26 is very. Oh, you really didn't post a link? Interesting. I thought you posted a link. Interesting. I don't know why the auto mod was tripped off then. That's so weird. Um, that is, I'll take the blame for that one. Nightbot was misbehaving. Um, people who hopped into this field in their 30s and 40s and thrive in it? Yeah, exactly, TDG. Oh, I see. I apologize. That's funny. Okay, that's stupid. Um, I need to fix that somehow. I don't know. Let me go to my like settings. I've got the settings open over here. Chat moderation, links. Okay, let's see. Oh, I think you know what it is. It's the default regex that checks for links is probably stupidly uh, generalized, right? Anyway, TLDR, if you can get a bachelor's of science in computer science, it'll give you a great foundation for learning on top of your degree. And it doesn't hurt, and employers love it, right? Employers love to see that you have a bachelor's of science. I think. I mean, at least it helped me get the job that I have. And yeah, I appreciate you, Jeremy. Stick around. Join the Discord. Our Discord's always open to discussion about these things, and we love to give each other advice and help with whether it's projects or life like direction in tech. Should I learn X? Blah blah blah. Like we talk about all sorts of stuff, and we have folks in the Discord that are of all knowledge levels, like from very beginner to advanced. So, you know, it's a great spot. Oh, you've already joined. Nice. You're already one step ahead. I just wasn't sure, so there you go. All right, deeply nested state. Avoid deeply nested state. So no deep data hierarchies. Difficult to maintain, which I would agree. Okay. The goal behind the... Okay, blah, blah, blah. Let's go through this. Yeah, so if two state variables always change together and x and y coordinate, then put them in an object. That's pretty cool. You're going to touch grass with the doggo real quick. I'll leave this on and lurking and be back shortly. Appreciate you, TDG. Have fun with the doggo. Another case where you'll group data into an object and arrays where you don't know how many pieces of... For example, it's helpful when you have a form where the user can add custom fields. Ah, okay. That's another example. The semester for CS starts in winter, like September, October, and I'm so passionate about tech or IT in general. I'm already teaching myself with the Odin Project. Nice. That's awesome, Jeremy. It's really fun stuff. I will say, like when you get deep into it, like you're gonna the amount of enjoyment you get out of it is only gonna increase. And if you look at my streams, I'm gonna be honest, I skipped over those very early lessons in my personal journey because I already learned that in my degree. Exactly. Like I learned, like that's the other thing you'll learn in your program likely is how to use CLI as well. Like I learned how to use Linux, a shell, you know, like bash and what like different like shell commands were and stuff like that to manipulate file structures and how computers store data and all that fun stuff. So if all that's up your alley, you're gonna have a blast in the program. So, you know, as I say, each program's different, but I think they're all generally similar. Worldwide, I'm not 100% sure, but yeah. No, I don't really, it's like, I don't regret, like some people ask, do you regret your CS degree? Not at all, because it gave me the foundation I needed to learn, to be able to learn whatever I wanted with the Odin Project or whatever else. I can just kind of jump into these topics head first and, you know, figure it out. Okay, let's see. Another case where you group data into object arrays when you don't know how many pieces of state you'll need. Right, okay. Okay, so let's see. If the state variable is an object, you have to reinstantiate the object on each update with a new object with different different fields, with updated fields. Okay. Avoid contradictions. So this is the exact example that they used on the other form on the other article I found. You'll stick around while learning while my learning break today. I've watched your first videos and first live stream. I appreciate that, Jeremy. Again, I'm starting from a little bit of a different position than a lot of like true beginners, because I do have about 2.5 years, 3 years of programming background through my program, like through my degree. So my pace might be a little different, but that's what my videos are there for. And I'm also currently working on a project. Well, it's not really a project, but I'm working on uploading coming soon, live or not live, long form videos where I'm going to edit down the projects I build on stream into standalone videos. Like the first example I'm going to use is when I build the Etch-a-Sketch project on Odin, and I'm going to edit it down into like a 20-minute video and kind of showcase the highlights of building that project and everything that you would need to follow, and cutting out all the breaks and all this stuff, right? To kind of have that distilled process. And kind of, I know it's kind of recycling content a little bit, but then it makes viewing my process a little bit more accessible to newer people that just want to see how I build something. So I'm working on that currently. I'm working on the first video. It probably won't be out for like another week. But yeah, so as I complete projects, I'll upload videos. So sounds good, Jeremy. I appreciate that. But yeah, it'll make it more accessible than just combing through the VODs, because like I know watching a live stream VOD isn't the most fun thing. So like I'm gonna try and edit it so that it's digestible, and stuff. So okay, let's see here. Here's a hotel feedback form with the insetting and sent variables. Let's see what happens here. When the code works, it leaves the door open for impossible states. Right. Yes. I'll actually put this as a pointer here. You can still declare some constants for readability. Avoid redundant state. If you calculate some information from the component's props, you should not put that information into the component state, right? Well, this kind of goes with state duplication. Like you've got the first name in the full name, right? And you're also, this doesn't need to be set. E.g. having state variables for first name, last name, and full name. Full name can just be computed or calculated from first name and last name without needing its own state. Good. Yeah, because it's not relevant to I guess this just works the same. Yeah, because it doesn't change anything. This includes storing props in state. Don't mirror props. Lead leads to confusion and inconsistency. Yeah. Avoid duplication. So we've got an item and a selected item, but this kind of this is kind of part and parcel with like the this is kind of similar to avoiding redundant state, right? Currently it stores the selected item as an object in the selected item state variable. You have a question? Sure, Jeremy, shoot. Contents of the selected item is the same object as one of the items. Okay. Oh, I see. So if we choose pretzels and then we edit it, it doesn't update this. Right, so then this will update the display, right? Because the selected ID in the display probably uses the ID, right? In this bottom one, selected item dot title, and then selected item is computed probably from somewhere, right? Where's selected item? Yes, it's computed here. So then this will, as I change this, it'll update. Yeah, there we go. Nice. In the intro of the Odin Project, they said that you really do not have to take any early notes because they want you to develop the skills of researching, coming back to the docs, and asking good questions. This is just my approach, Jeremy. The other thing, okay, so at the beginning, I didn't take notes either because the content was fairly easy and I did a lot of things through building. However, my personal learning style, especially when it comes to these more complex topics, is I take notes for my own understanding, and it kind of lets me, and plus these interactive panels let me play with stuff too. I also take notes to, you know, this is going to sound silly, but it's to have something to type during stream as well, and to kind of show my note-taking process. So it's partially because I'm live streaming. If I wasn't live streaming this, I may not take notes, or at least not as detailed as I normally do, but it's mostly just because I like learning that way, and also I like to have something to do on stream on the side of just reading, right? It kind of gives me something to do as well. But I would say it would be completely valid to go through the entire Odin project without taking notes. You know, it just depends on how you want to learn it and what your goals are, I would say. So anyway, all right, so let's see. Imagine a travel plan consisting of planets, continents, and countries. Using like a tree structure. Let's say you want to add a button to delete a place you've already visited. How would you go about it? Updating nested state involves making copies of objects all the way up from the parent. Yeah, true. if state is too nested, consider flattening it. For example, in a tree structure, each node keeps track of pointers to its child nodes instead of the child nodes being nested in the node objects itself. There we go. But yeah, I don't know. To go back to the to that question, yeah, I it's totally up to you how you want to approach it. I also do have Obsidian because your dad told me to use it for note taking because of its ability to function like a visual of your brain and how I think. Yeah, it's good, Jeremy. I don't use Obsidian to its max potential, but like for example, if I wanted to link one note to another note, I can do so through a hyperlink. Like, so let's say in this state note, I wanted to link to my note on rendering techniques, right? I could create a link by doing this. I could do a double square brackets and then link to rendering techniques. Kind of like a Wikipedia article, like how Wikipedia articles link to other Wikipedia articles, right? So that's a really cool way to link topics together. And I think the trick with Obsidian is kind of doing those links in a way that's meaningful, right? And it's not really something that I've mastered. I like using Obsidian primarily because it is a markdown editor that has it updates the markdown live. So you can see like these code snippets are really nice in here, and I can like put in plain text here and stuff like this. But yeah, I can add like syntax highlighting by saying JSX. But like if I wanted to add like, if I wanted to add like C code, I could do C, and then I could do like int main, and then return 0, and then printf. Like hello world or whatever. Right? So you could just put like different, any language you want, or like you could even do Python. Right? Like whatever it is, Anyway, I don't know. I mainly use it for that feature, which might be a little bit, overkill, but I don't know. I like it. It's a lot more. It's a lot less of a pain than something like Word too, because with Word you have to deal with the different pages, but this it's like, it's all one continuous page, right? So, and Word's formatting is really fucking weird too. I know you could use OneNote probably. You probably use OneNote, but also I'm on Mac, so OneNote on Mac is not ideal. Anyway. Okay. I'll wait for this. I'll wait for this break to complete. That's the other thing I would recommend, Jeremy. If you're studying, like when you're studying for your program or even just doing the Odin project, I would recommend Pomodoro. You don't have to be super strict with it, but I recommend it generally because, like, at least for me, it helps me keep track of how long the streams are going for, and also so that I don't like get burned out. Because if I work for 2 hours continuously, it'll burn me out. I need to have like breaks from the studying, right? Kind of helps me go for a little longer. Um, yeah, I don't know. That's just my style, though. Again, you can learn however makes sense for you. Let's see. Let me see how if I can edit this link thing. Exempt user level. No, it doesn't let me change the regex for the link automod. That's annoying. Whatever. I'll look at it after stream. I think we'll start taking notes as soon as the programming starts because I've saved the stuff of how the internet works and how you sell it. Yeah, exactly. I also do the same, Jeremy. Like, I've got certain things I save in bookmarks. Like, you can see my HTML, CSS, JS here. Like, I've got a lot of stuff in bookmarks. And I just kind of save them as I find them. Or I have stuff for React here as well. Like, I have my music that I use for the channel when I'm streaming. I have my learning resources. I've got the Odin Project, Leak Code, Front End Mentor, Full Stack Open, Git Guide, and then I have stuff for my YouTube channel here. And so yeah, I don't know. I like using bookmarks as well. But anyway, okay. So let's see. How does this work? So when we press the complete button, what does the project structure look like here? Yeah, so we have the root, and then we have the planet IDs. So that's the travel plan. Okay. So the travel plan keeps the track of the route. Handle complete. Create a new version of the parent place that doesn't include the child ID. Right. Place tree. Where's the place tree? Oh, I see. Right here. Nice, nice, nice. Exactly, Jeremy. It makes it a lot more manageable. Yeah, 100%. I agree. So if we complete stuff, it just removes it from the list. Okay, cool. Proving memory usage. Imer. The hell is Imer? Or LMM year? LMMer? I don't know what this is supposed to be. Oh, it is Imer. Okay. Use Eimer is very similar to use state. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to go down. I'm not going to go this far down the rabbit hole here. Sometimes you can also reduce state nesting by moving some of the nested state into the child components. All right. So let's work on some of these exercises. Actually, not some. Let's work on all of these exercises. So fix a component that's not updating. This clock component receives two props, color and time. When you select a different color in the select box, the clock component receives a different color prop from its parent component. However, for some reason the displayed color doesn't update. Okay, so let's see what's the problem here. Oh, because it's not even being changed. It needs a... default function. Back to Obsidian. I really do like how you can write the different programming languages. I didn't know that. Oh, no worries, Jeremy. I appreciate all the questions. I really do. Because I love to also help out as well as showcase my journey. You know, I'm here to help everybody as well, because I want everyone to succeed. But yeah, no. Also, if I don't respond to you right away, it's probably because I'm like locked into something, and I will get to your chat eventually. But yeah, no, Obsidian's really cool. I love it for that. Okay, let's see. I need to actually think about this for a second. Use state props.color. But it's because we're not supposed to use state for a prop, right? So I think we can just get rid of it. We're not supposed to do this. We're supposed to just do, whoops. We're supposed to just do props.color here. Whoops. Oh fuck. This whole thing's fucked. Hold on. Let me reload this. Yeah, this built-in editor can be kind of messy. And then we just need to put in the props.color here. Ooh, I don't like that. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why this cursor's all messed up. No. Okay, maybe I do need to fork it. Alright, whatever. Okay, but the fork is really easy. I can just fix it by doing this. Or no. Wait, where was our default function clock? Where was our clock here? Oh, here. I see. Okay. So we just remove this and then do props.color. What? Oh, because it's a double. Oh, color is props.color. Okay, yes. Wait, hold on. Let me restart this. How does this... yes. No? Let me see. Color. Oh, does it need to be a double? There it is. I think that works, right? Yes. Good. Good. Because we don't need to save the clock color in its own thing. Okay. Next challenge, fix broken packing lists. This packing list has a footer that shows how many items are packed. and how many items there are overall. It seems to work at first, but it is buggy. For example, if you mark an item as packed and then delete it, the counter will not be updated. Right. 3 out of 2 packed. 3 out of 1 packed. So this doesn't update. So the number of... Okay, so this is part of the issue here. What's the app.js? Okay. So when we delete an item, so set total items to total -1, and then set items.filter. Okay. I think the first problem is we need to, for the set items, we need to create a new object with all the items except for the one that was deleted, right? So I got to think about how to do that. Unless, does items.filter return a new object? Does .filter return a new object? Shell copy of an object is a copy whose properties share the same references as those of the source object from which the copy was made. Ah. Okay, so we want to create a deep copy, right? So our items... I don't know if that's the problem, though. Handle change item. On change item. Whoa. So let's see. So when we check, okay, so that's fine. When we delete though, we don't change this guy. So we need to change this guy when we delete. What's your opinion of a single setup as a home developer? Right now, I just have a MacBook Air M2 2022. I'm learning on the couch in the garden. I just want to build my own setup at home. I mean, all I've got, Jeremy, is I have a MacBook Pro M4, but again, this would work with any MacBook, I guess. Well, I think the Air can only have one external display, but I just have a couple monitors. I have 2 monitors. They're not... I didn't pay up the ass for, like... the what are they called, the like Apple monitors that are super expensive. I just have like an Acer monitor and an LG monitor, like cheap monitors that I got off Amazon. Well, they're not cheap, but they're like, you know, fairly reasonable. And then I just kind of have them on my desk, and I've just got them plugged into HDMI. And then I just have an external keyboard, mouse, microphone for streaming. You don't need this if you're not going live. What do I use to take notes? I use Obsidian. There you go. But yeah, no. You know, you can do it that way, Jeremy, but I think having a setup's nice because then it kind of helps your back a little bit and also gives you more screens to work with. Like I've got 3 monitors, including my stream monitor, or well, my built-in display on my laptop. But okay, so let's see. I don't actually know how to fix this. Handle change item, handle delete item. So in here, I need to change this counter packed, right? So I need to say if we need to have a check for that. So if item ID, so item ID is like the, so I need to do set packed, whoops. And then we have a packed. So actually we'll do it like this. We'll say if, because we have our items, if items.item ID, dot packed, then set packed -1. Okay, so that should fix that one issue, I think. Right? So now if we pack, this should go to 0 out of 2 now, right? Oh. I thought packed was a thing. Cannot read properties of undefined. Oh, maybe it's because... Is it items... Oh, because it's an array. It's like this. There we go. Oh, but it still says 1 out of 2 packed. Interesting. Oh no, now it's 0 out of 2. Nice. So if I deselect that and it's like that, then it should be 0 out of 2. Okay, so that fixed that issue. Using HTML VGA and it's working well. It does not matter what you're using. Yeah, exactly. Should you buy a 34-inch monitor to almost have the ability of 2 monitors? Sure, Jeremy. Yeah, go for it. That's just a restriction of the Air, right? Like the MacBook Air can only have 1 external monitor. I know that for a fact. Watching my streams, I appreciate you, Abdu. I appreciate you. You're a valued member of the streams for sure. I appreciate your attendance. But yeah, no, you could get a big one. Like I've got, like for example, I've got I have 2 different size displays. I've got a 27-inch. My main display that you see here is a 27-inch Acer monitor, and then I have a third monitor over here that I have. It's just a 24-inch 1080p LG. It's like a dirt cheap, like $99 monitor. But I just have it over here so that I can, like, if I need to Google something that I don't want to show on stream, but I also have Pomodoro on and chat over here, then I can easily Google it on my third monitor without it showing up on stream. Okay, so then now this should add items. So if I do test, okay, then that adds an item. And if I check an item and then I test, that should add. And then delete. Oh, interesting. That still doesn't delete. I don't know why that doesn't update. Oh, because I see. Handle delete item. So if I pack an item here, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. What the hell happened here? Let me go to my forks. I thought that would have fixed it for sure. There we go. Kairu Pomodoro helps you track your work. Never heard of that. Ooh, cool. Looks kind of AI generated though. But then I'll look into that for sure. It's kind of like a vibe coded, very vibe coded site. I can see. Doesn't cost money, does it? I don't think so. Yeah, Kairu is free. Okay, cool. I'll take a look at it after stream for sure. Okay, so the only other problem here, so if we click and then we delete that one, okay, so that works. But if we click and then delete another one, oh no, that also works. But... I think then if we delete this, then it stays 2 out of 3. No. Can't read properties of undefined. Oh. Because when we add an item, we set items. Yeah, and then packed is false. So I don't know why that's not working. Yeah, so that worked fine. But if we do this, check it, and then delete this one. Oh. It's because the order changes. I see. That's the problem here. Is the order changes. So we might need to... because it's referencing an invalid item ID. What key? Okay, hold on. Let me get back to how can I tell that it's vibe coded? It just looks like a very generic site. Like let me go to okay, actually I should say I don't know if it's vibe coded, but it looks like this layout is very generic. It just seems like AI. I don't know how else to describe it. I don't know for sure. Okay, maybe this is a false accusation. Also, the light mode is killing me. You know, but it just looks very generic. I don't know. Again, I could be wrong. 34-inch monitor. What makes my keyboard sound so nice and not so disturbing and somehow relaxing? Yeah, so I use the Newfie Kick 75. You know what? Actually, this is a good... I've had multiple people ask about my keyboard. So I'm going to actually make a command for that. But it's in the Newfie Kick 75. I got it for... like, I don't know, 150 Canadian dollars, which is like what? Like 80 euros maybe? 90 euros? Something like that. Yeah, so now this should, I'll just say, actually, let me edit that command. There we go. Can I send an Amazon link? You just, here, I'll, I don't know if it's going to be the right one for your country, but let me see. Here, I can send an Amazon.com link. Yeah, here. There's the command. That should work. So you just if you look up that in it should work. There we go. Yeah, if you look up Newfie Kick 75 on Amazon, you should find it, Jeremy. Anyway, yeah, no worries. It's a good investment. And then for my mouse, I just have a Logitech Master MX. No, MX master 2S. I wanted to get the 3S, but I couldn't justify it. Okay, so this is the problem. So when we change an item, okay, so we change the packed. This is the issue with this, is we have the order gets fucked. Handle change item. But where's the on change item happening here? I'm confused where this is with the on change item. Oh, I see. On change item packed as ego target checked. I think this could be made by just, instead of having a list here, just making each one of these its own component. Instead of having the, like, each item its own component. Although that's kind of sort of how this is working. Like on delete, do I recreate? Yeah, like, see, I don't know if this actually recreates. ID is next ID plus plus. Okay. So this is the other thing too, is the ID is being created in the React, which we don't want. We should have a once in a month silent stream where there's no commentary, just satisfying keyboard clicks. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I could think about that. I'm trying to think about, okay, so where are we storing next ID? Where's that coming from? Oh, I see. So we're just incrementing it. Yeah, I don't know, honestly. Because, okay, so if we add an item, or if we check an item and then delete one. Yeah, so the ID is undefined. Right? So when we delete an item, we have to change all the IDs. Which is a big pain in the ass. So we need to figure out that. Key is item ID. Okay, so item dot ID. I wonder if I could actually fix that. Instead of this, I could do an items filter. So I can do a let current item equal items dot filter item dot ID is item ID, right? And then if current item dot packed. I think that would work, right? Yo, RoboSword, how's it going? I think this would actually work, right? So if we delete that, check that, delete that, and then delete this. Ooh. That's weird. I don't know why the fuck that's happening. This is nice. I suppose so. I don't know. I'm royally fucking up this exercise though. But it's okay. I'm gonna hands off the keyboard. I'm gonna take the rest of this 3 minutes and just kind of chill. I will get through it. I know. I will. I'm just trying to refactor this packing list object or this packing list implementation. Yeah. So for example, if you mark an item that's packed and then delete it, the counter will not be updated correctly. So that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, it's an exercise for the react.dev documentation. This is the challenge right here. Oh, dang, Jeremy. I thought it would be cheaper than that. I might have also gotten it. I can't remember. I got mine on a sale. But I think it was like, yeah, it was about 150 Canadian dollars. Or 160, something like that. 150, 160. What I would do is write it on a piece of paper and then debug through that. Well, I mean, I don't know if I need to because I've got all the code right here. It's kind of, and this is like a live, what should I say? Like a web-based environment, React environment. So I can kind of just play around in here in this fork and mess around with the project. Although I don't love the theme of this. I don't know if I can change the theme. What do we got here? Oh, we got this theme. This is like more what I'm used to. I think this actually is my theme. So I'll just keep it this. You don't care about the model of the brown, the sound? It's like JetBrains theme, yeah. Like we've got other ones too. But this one's pretty nice. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Is there a specific name I can type in Amazon? Oh, I see. Any Newfie keyboard's gonna be similar. I mean, you can get like the Newfie Air. Like Newfie is a good brand name. Or there's a. I'm trying to think. I got. I don't know. There's other brands out there. Like Yunzi is one. I think it's this. Yeah, that's the Yunzi one, Karo. There's like those ones that you can look at. There's also Keychron. And I'm typing them in chat just so you know the spelling. Okay. All right. So let's see. Let's stop dicking around with the theme. Well, actually, just one more. What is this? Oh, I don't like that one. Vesper, awful. Default dark plus, nah, boring. I'll just go back to what I was at. There we go. Yeah, go jump on that one, Jeremy. That's good. I just got one of those recently too for somebody, so as a gift. So that's a good one. Let's see. If current item dot packed, this should just return a singular item, right? But why are we passing in next item here? for handle change item. Yeah, so yeah, on change item is handle change item. So these are like callbacks. You ever done JS before? I want to try this problem. Yeah, sure. Here's the link to the where I'm learning this RoboSword. This is also React too. This is a React problem. So I don't know. Basically what I'm trying to do is when I delete, so like if I left this to be the default behavior, right, which is just this, when I check items but I delete them, then the item that's been checked, that's been deleted, isn't being updated, right? So I don't know. If we should handle. So I'm basically trying to change this packed variable when I delete items, right? Because that doesn't make any sense. 6 out of 0 packed, right? So items.filter. I don't know if this actually, see, I don't know. I guess out of 0. So the total decreases when you so the total decreases. But I don't actually know like what's going on with this set items. Like I don't know if this actually creates a new object without let's see. Create deep copy of object without one. Or I guess this is an array, right? I guess items is an array. Array.filter JS. Filter method of array instance creates a shallow copy of portion given array. Which the source and the copy. Let's see. Array.filter JS deep copy. You get a brand new array, but the array contains references to objects. The reference, okay, so I see. So the references are copied, but not the objects they refer to. To make a deep copy that's entirely independent. Okay, so that's maybe what I want, right? Okay, I'm not getting into all this JSON stuff. I might be overcomplicating this project, or this problem as well. Because here, when we delete an item, we need to change how many are packed, right? So if we delete an item that's packed, we want the packed number to decrease, right? But the other problem arises with how we handle item IDs in this one. Yeah, I finished the first one as well. I'm on the second one. If anyone has any insights, let me know. But I'm just trying to think about, because this is not ideal. Like the way that they're handling the ID here, this is not ideal. The other thing I could do, this is kind of a hack. But I wonder if I do, because I think if I do .map, I can just, oh boy, array.map, that's not a fucking link, array.map.js. I think I can call the filter, or the, where is it as well? Yeah, num index, that's the syntax. So I can do this, I can do items.map, and then I can do item index, right? And then I can set the key to the index, okay? And then the other thing I can do is I can remove the ID. Whoops, what did I do? Okay, app. I can remove the ID from here because this ID is kind of confusing. I know we should have unique IDs, but the way that this is going about it is causing a lot of confusion. This is kind of a hack, sort of. There's probably a better solution. Items total packed, so, okay. If item.id is, so items.map item, if item is equal to, okay, maybe we don't do that. Maybe we keep the IDs, actually, upon second thought. But we should do ID is equal to items.length, or something like this, right? Yeah, it looks correct, exactly. Yeah, it's not easy, RoboSword. Okay, so let's set the ID to be, let's get this next ID thing out of here. Well, I don't think, okay. Handle change item, okay, set items from map item, if item ID is next item, return next item, else return item. I don't really know what's happening here. It's an issue with the IDs specifically. And then items.filter, item IDs. And then I need to reassign all the IDs, right? That's the other thing. Is I need to reassign all the IDs. When an item gets deleted, I need to reassign all the IDs. Which is annoying. You figured it out? All right, what did you do? What was your approach? Because this is kind of on my ass. I think I'm overcomplicating it a little bit. Because there is a solution. Is any state in this example redundant? I see. Ah, okay. So I can just remove redundancies. Okay, that's what it's wanting me to do. Okay, I am overthinking it, indeed. So what would be redundant here? I think packed is probably redundant, right? And total is redundant. Oh, interesting, RoboSword. I think the way that they want me to approach this is because total and packed are redundant. I see. But I don't think you need total and packed. I think you can just let me, like, can I restart this? I want to start from where this was before. Whoops. Okay, I'm gonna fork this guy. Okay, I want to start from scratch. So I think what we can do, I think packed and, so I think just set items is the only thing we need, right? We don't need any of this stuff. We don't need total or packed. We don't need this. We don't need, where is this? Okay. So what we can do is we can do item dot items dot how do we count this? Items dot length, right? So I need to find items. I need to count the number of packed items, right? So how do we count the number of packed items? I think I can probably do a callback or something, right? And then do a reduce maybe. Right. Yeah, exactly. RoboSword. Sum with initial array dot reduce. Okay, so yeah, you know what I can do is I can compute the I don't know if this works though. Items dot reduce, and then I need the accumulator or packed, and then current item, and then what do I say? We want to add to the accumulator if current value dot, so we can say if current item dot packed, then accumulator or packed plus plus. I don't know if this actually, I have no fucking idea if this even works. I might be overdoing this one. And then like 0 is the initial. Maybe I don't need a callback function here. If current item dot packed plus plus. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, maybe just +1. Or I can handle this on each re-render. So I can do a... If you checked whether the item was packed, and if it is, you remove a pack. Yeah, so basically what I'm trying to do is dynamically track. Okay, so you know what I can do? So I can say let packed equals 0. And then on each re-render, I can dynamically calculate how many items are packed. So I can say packed equals this code, right? And then just packed out of items.length. Because the problem is redundancy, right? This code isn't right necessarily, but it's... Packed as items. I'm kind of misunderstanding how this reduce function works again. There can be more. Yeah, sure. There can definitely be more than one fix. accumulator plus current value dot x. Oh, you know what I can do, actually? I can say let is packed equal current item dot packed 1 or 0, because it's converting a Boolean to okay, so then this packed items that reduce thing is not. I want to see how many are packed. Console. Where can I view the console? Can I do it like how I normally do it? Exactly. Yeah, there's no right way. Definitely no right way to solve a problem. Oh, here's the console. Ooh. Undefined. So I've packed up here. Maybe I set it locally. Yeah, I don't know. This is like good stuff, but there's definitely, I'm just getting hung up on this reduce function. I feel like this should work though, because it's gonna take items.reduce. Oh, maybe it doesn't, because it's an array of objects, right? Yeah, like I don't know. Honestly, at this point of more than 40 minutes, that's one problem. I would like a few hints to see whether it help out. Yeah, that's kind of like, so I did use the hint here, which I think the packed and total items are redundant, right? Like, so we have, like, let me put it this way. There are three state variables, okay? There's the item list, the total, and the packed. However, the total number of items and the packed number of packed items are information that can be calculated from this, right? So we can prevent that by just calculating it on the fly. And I'm literally just trying to calculate the number of items that are packed based on the items list. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. And taking it out of the state, RoboSword, that's kind of what I'm trying to do. Yes. Okay, so then I can return this maybe. Okay, this should actually work. This should work. And if I delete one, then it goes down. Nice. Okay, I think I did it. All right, I just forgot to put the return. I forgot that there was no implicit return. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's it. So now if we add items, we can see this increases, and I can check them. and delete them. Perfect. Nice. Okay. There we go. I did it. Okay. There's that problem. Let's see. Can we do the third problem in the time? I don't know. I'm going to probably have to do this guy on Saturday as well. Unless we do another segment, but I don't know. It's getting... We'll see. I can at least finish this... section. I can finish these 2 challenges, even if I go over time a little bit. Unless one of them takes me a while. All right, so let's see. There's a list of letters in state. When you hover over or focus on a particular letter, it gets highlighted. I'm confused. Oh, these are the letters. I see. You can star and unstar individual letters, which updates the letters array in state. This code works, but there's a minor UI glitch. When you press star or unstar, the highlighting disappears for a moment. However, it reappears as soon as you move your pointer or switch to another letter with the keyboard. Oh, I see. So you can see if I click, it doesn't, the highlighting disappears. Okay. All right, so I think this is a case of needing to update the highlight with, we need a, how do I do this? I think we need to, something to do with the callback function with the use state, right? Like if I go up here, or maybe it's a redundancy in state. I don't know exactly. Let's see. You're being picky, yeah. Set letters, return is starred. Okay, yes. Letters dot map letter. If letter ID is start ID, return this, else return letter. Highlighted letter. Select set highlighted letter. I wonder if this even needs to be, this might be redundant itself, right? Because in the set highlighted letter, where's the set highlighted letter? Oh, because we have a style for it. I see. Okay. Let's see. Is highlighted. You're learning Godot. Nice. That's fun. Yeah, I'm gonna finish these 2 exercises and then I think I'm gonna go for tonight. Let's see. Is highlighted or not? Okay. So that's just adding the class. I don't know where this handle hover. Oh, on hover. I see. Okay. On hover is highlighted letter. I think that the solution is just the buttons clicked just to update the highlighted letter state. Like, I don't know if it's that simple. Oh boy. Oh, starred, sorry. I don't know if it's that easy. Oh no, it isn't. Okay. So that's obviously not the solution. Hmm. It's also something to do with the fact that we don't need to store this state. My camera is glitchy? Really? Oh, I didn't even realize that it was my short break. Let me go over to... I don't see it glitching. I don't know. The preview's kind of lagging a little bit. Although it says my bitrate's excellent. So I don't know. Oh, it's cutting in and out? Okay, maybe my internet's... Wait, is it just my camera or is it my whole stream? Audio too? Is it... Yeah, so is it just... So is it the stream or just... Oh, okay. Because it might be the stream then. It might be because I have... Yeah, my number of viewers is wrong, I think. Just cam, really? And it wasn't doing that before? I turn it off and back on. That doesn't really do anything. Yeah, I don't know. Drop frames. Oh yeah, okay. I think the stream's just glitching. I think my internet's just having a hissy fit, probably. Unfortunately. Although it's weird because on here it says my bitrate's excellent, so I don't know why. I don't know. Let me know if it keeps occurring. Yeah, because it says my stream quality is excellent on end. It's still like that. Yeah, I don't know how to fix it. I genuinely don't know how to fix it. I can end stream. I don't know how to fix it. Like there's nothing I can do. I added that a while ago. You haven't been on stream in a long time, Carol. Yeah, I don't know how to fix it. Because if it's really bad, I'll just end stream. But there's nothing I can really do to fix it. Okay, all right. Let me just get back to this. Again, I think it's because state is being updated where it doesn't need to be. Right, like we're handling this highlight. Like on hover. Where's this on hover happening? On hover. Handle hover. Oh, on focus and on pointer move. Like, I don't know why we wouldn't just refactor this into the fucking CSS, to be honest with you. Like, in the CSS, just give it a hover effect. Like, like, I could fix it just easily like this. I could just do this. But I bet that's not the intended solution. Whoops, what did I do here? Oh. Right. That's Just fix it in CSS, right? Is that actually what they do? Probably not, though. Problem is that you're holding the letter object and highlighted letter, but you're also holding the same information in the letters array. Yeah, state duplication. Oh, I see. You could just replace. Okay, or you could just not handle highlighting inside of. Whatever. That's kind of stupid. All right, let's do this last problem. In this example, each letter has an is selected prop and an on toggle handler. Is this stream like unwatchable? What's going on? It says the stream health is fine. I don't know. My viewers are just like dipping into the toilet. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I'm literally just gonna solve this last problem and then go. Okay. In this example, each letter has an is selected prop and an on toggle handler that marks it as selected. This works, but the state is stored as selected ID. So only one letter can get selected at any given time. Okay, makes sense. Change the state structure to support multiple selection. Each checkbox should become independent from the others. Oh, I see. Oh, I'm good now? Okay. So it was just a hiccup then. Sounds good, sounds good. Okay, so we want to make this multi-select, right? This is going to be a pain in the ass. I probably need like another fucking... But then that would be... I need like a list of selected IDs, right? Selected ID. Selected count, yeah. So when I select something, is selected. Checked is selected on change, on toggle. On toggle is handle toggle, and then here it is. Okay. Toggle ID comes from here. So I think I need to have this as a list, right? So I think instead of selected ID, we need to do set selected IDs and then have it as an empty list. And then in here, what we can do is we can set selected ID to be but that's the toggle, right? So what we want to do is if is selected, use import letter from letter.js, import letters from data. Is starred. Is that what the check mark is? Is starred? Maybe not. So I need to somehow append and delete stuff from a list, right? This is gonna be tricky. Well, not really, not that, but I want to know how this could work. Each checkbox should become independent from the others. Clicking a selected letter should unselect it. So where's the clicking actually happening here? On change. Checked is selected. On toggle. But there's no property inside of the letters to know whether it's selected or not. I wonder if it's a case where I need to somehow access. I don't know. This is tricky. Let's see. You might want to hold an array or a set of selected IDs in state. Yeah, that's what I thought of. How do I? Yeah, I see you later, Robosword. Thank you. I appreciate that, Robosword. I'll see you around. I'm just going to finish this last problem and then go, I think. I don't know. Because I don't know how to check whether or not... The big problem is in this toggle, I don't know how to check whether or not the checkbox is already checked or not, right? So we have is selected. Letter is selected. Oh, this is where this comes from. So I can actually say, for is selected, I can say, selected IDs dot contains or includes letter dot ID. What? Cannot assign to read-only property message of objects. Wait, what the fuck? Array dot contains JS. Is it dot contains or dot includes? Yeah, it's dot includes. Set selected IDs. Okay. So the only tricky part is adding and removing it from the set. So what I can do, actually, this is a good idea. So I can actually check if it's in there, right? So I could say if selected IDs dot includes toggled ID, then we set selected IDs to be selected IDs dot filter letter is not equal to toggled ID. Otherwise, we add it. Set selected IDs to be selected IDs, and then toggled ID. I think that works. Okay, so now we can multi-select, which is what we wanted, right? So now we can multi-select, and then now I just need to change selected count, right? So we actually don't even need selected count. We just need selected IDs dot length, right? Perfect. Okay, there we go. Problem solved. All right. There we go. So I'm actually gonna pause this timer. I just wanted to finish this exercise. There we go. So we can multi-select. We are using a state with selected IDs as a this is not necessary as a state object. Yes. Okay. I just needed to think about it for a second. Because I didn't realize I could check whether an object was already selected or not by just doing this. Solved it right when I got home. Yes, I did. Indeed. So that's going to be it for this stream because I'm feeling kind of tired. But this is good. So that's... I could have used a set as well. Like, using an array technically isn't great because if there's like a lot of objects, it could cause time complexity issues, but you know, there's only 3, so I'm not too concerned with this, but it's just more about the logic behind this implementation, right? So anyway, I think that's gonna be it for today's stream. All right, so I finished all 4 of these exercises. It was kind of a bit of a pain in the ass, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, no worries, Jeremy. I appreciate you sticking around and, you know, contributing. I really appreciate it. Anyway, so if you want to follow me on my journey in the future, feel free to subscribe. I would really, really appreciate it. Also join the Discord if you want to get schedule updates and stuff like that. And I will be live again Saturday, April 11th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'm looking forward to seeing you then, and yeah, that'll be it from me, and have a fantastic evening or morning or afternoon wherever you